Hey y'all, it's Rick here with Uncommon Communion. It is a morning as opposed to an evening that I am recording. Happy Tuesday morning to you. It is the eve of Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah, that's right. We're not going to call it the Wednesday before Thanksgiving because that's just too much to come out of the mouth. We're calling it Thanksgiving Eve because makes sense, right? Let's begin as we always begin by recognizing, realizing, affirming, and most importantly, living our lives within the reality that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of the more and each other. So, this is going to be a short one this morning, y'all, because, I didn't record last night and I got to get out the door here. It's kind of a soggy morning and I have to head not very far, fortunately, only about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to the campus of the nonprofit where I work because I am leading a crisis de-escalation training today. I've said here before, I lead 3 different trainings. This is the one I like to do the most. And I'm not looking forward to getting out in the rain this morning. And to be honest with y'all, I would rather crawl right back at that bed behind me. But I actually do like teaching this. And I feel today is going to be a good one. So I did want to come to you with a website that I just discovered and a prayer practice that I am beginning and am finding surprisingly transformative. So it is called the Abbey of the Arts, and I'm going to put a link here in the show notes for you. And it has a lot of really great resources. Now, I have another favorite website that is Creighton University. I'll talk to you more about that as we enter or prepare to enter Advent. But Abbey of the Arts is something that I've just discovered, and it has wonderful prayer services. And that's what I want to talk about and what I also want to share with you. So you will see, and I'll give you a link to this directly so you can jump right to where I'm talking about. It has a cycle of 7 7-day prayer cycles. Now, you don't have to start it on a Sunday, probably easier that way. That's what I did this past cycle. And it has a written prayer that you can read. You can download a PDF. There is a podcast, an audio version that you can use. And then there's what I have been using, which is a YouTube video. Now, the YouTube video is, it's the full thing. And what I like about it is that this prayer, this liturgy, it's really a prayer of the hours. They have a morning prayer and an evening prayer. What they do with these is they use a traditional format. So psalms, reading, songs, and prayers of the faithful, we would call it. But what they also do is they have movement, and the videos show the movement. Now, I know that liturgical dance or expressive movement to, religious music is maybe not everyone's cup of tea. There was definitely a time in the Catholic Church in America where there was an encouragement for liturgical dance. You'd see somebody bringing in the gifts, right, the bread and the wine, and they would be dancing, and or maybe they would use that as an interlude, and very much of a bodily embodiment of what was being sung, what was being spoken, and incorporating what was being seen, right? Expanding what that sense, the sight, is bringing in. So I realize, again, in these prayers, in the video version of the prayer, again, the movement might not be for everyone. I encourage you to try it, though. Encourage you to take a look at it. Encourage you to keep an open mind. And if you watch the video and it's just not working for you, then use the audio. And if the audio just doesn't really work for you, you don't like the songs, then you can use the printed version of it. And I have known about this for a while, this Abbey of the Arts. It is created by a fairly well-known author, Christine Paintner, I think her name is. I don't seem to know her that well this morning, but it is still early, y'all. And it is just, I've only started it on Sunday, so I'm just today's my third day of praying. The prayer this week is in harmony with millions, I think it is. So this idea of the communion of saints and the angels, and I'm just finding it really, really powerful and something I look forward to. I've been looking for a prayer that I can commit to on a daily basis, on a multiple times a day basis, something that I want to do. And I have those. This is different though, because this is new, it's visual. I do like the movements. I'm not much of a dancer, but I do like to move, especially my arms, and I'm really finding this to be something I think will be a good resource for me as I move into Advent in just a few days. All right, y'all, I'm going to wrap up here with the prayer that we usually end this with. I do want to say this, y'all, that Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, tomorrow, is my 1-year anniversary with this Substack. And I'll let you know the total tomorrow of how many times I have posted within the year. Spoiler alert, it's more than the number of days in a year. So I've actually posted more times over the last year than there are days, calendar days. I say this, y'all, because it is a great season to give and to share and to say thank you, and would love to have more paid subscribers. That would really mean a lot to me. Tomorrow, I'll talk more about ways you can do a one-time donation. I'm on Venmo, I'm on PayPal. You can do a one-time gift if you would like, just to say thank you, and it would be much, much appreciated. So let's end as we always end, y'all, by recognizing, realizing, celebrating, and affirming that we are always, this wrong prayer, God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thy will, O God, not ours, be done. All right, y'all, I got to run. Blessing and good, be bold, be well, hold fast, y'all. Amen.